Alright, what's going on, beautiful people? So today is currently Sunday. It is June 8th, I believe. So the game plan is we're gonna go start day 2 of am I ever gonna catch a king salmon here at Anchorage, Ship Creek. And what we're about to do right now is we're about to clean up the back of my car because it's very messy back here. And then we're gonna be bringing 3 fishing poles for today. We're gonna be bringing 2 poles for the high tide, and then 1 fly pole for the low tide. So when we get there, I can make the most of my time while I'm there. You know, instead of just sitting around waiting for the tide to come up, we could go floss or fly fish while the tide is still low. You know, and then I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna set it up. Very basic. I don't know much. You know, just very typical knots. You know, nothing crazy. And I'll give you guys an update. All right. So as y'all can see, the back of my Jeep is very dirty. It's just a whole bunch of random shit. I always bring trash bags every time I go fishing. Ship Creek, especially in Campbell Creek, you know, you just gotta be responsible with your own mess. And what I was saying was, that's the fly pole for the low tide, and then that's gonna be my bait, and then this is gonna be a lure. These 2 are for high tides, and then that one is just for low tide. The backpack, got the stuff there ready. Yep, we're just all gonna clear this up, fix him so we got space to put my shit. And then yeah, after that I'm gonna go say bye to my girl and my son, and we're gonna go head to the creek. I still got some of the stuff right here, but I want to get my pole set up first. So if you guys want to know, my favorite brand is right there, Okuma. So I have, I think, five fishing poles in total. I got 4 poles for salmon, or for bigger fish, I guess. Yeah, 4 of them are all like what do you call this, all Okuma. Even I have a trout pole that's in the storage right now, that's also an Okuma. And then my newest one is this right here, Fenwick Eagle. Man, this thing is so light. Oh man, I can't wait to use it. I can't wait to feel a fish on it. But right now, I'm gonna fix the bug on my on my fly pole. So currently, I have this on. The last time I used this pole, I had this on. But based on my experience at the creek with salmon in general, what they like, as far as what I've experienced, is this, basically, yeah, anything that has like a bluish tone to it, for some reason they tend to be a little bit more aggressive towards those. So we're gonna switch them we're gonna switch this one either with this bug or this one. I might go with this blue one, to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna switch it to this one. It's ready to go. As you guys can see, it's the bug. The hook is probably like size 3. Yeah, that's not even a big hook. I've seen people, majority of the people that I saw floss or do flossing, they have like a size 5 or size 6 hook and just beads on top. And yeah, it will be easier. I know it will be way easier to catch fish like that. But the thing is, for me, the way I look at flossing is you're trying to basically snag the fish, and I'm not trying to do that. You know, the reason why I got a bug is, and with a small hook, is because I'd rather not catch a salmon with a snag. You know, I'd rather have him bite this thing if ever, and if they don't bite it, that's okay, as long as I don't get to snag him. You know, we don't play like that. And my rig, that's it. And then a few ounce weights right there. So what it does is basically this thing is gonna go at the bottom of the creek while pulling that bug on top of it. And then when the salmon sees it, they try to bite, and then I pull. Very basic, very easy. And yeah, you guys are gonna see me do it later. I'll show it to you guys. Alright, so now high tide pole number 1 is ready to go. Very basic. This is the jig. Yeah, I just cast this in the water and then just make it seem like it's like a struggling insect or something. This one, yeah, I've got good luck with this guy, so I hope it works on Ship Creek today. Yeah, and then now we're gonna set up my bait pole. All right, I'll show it to you guys later. So when it comes to bait fishing at Ship Creek, you can use these 2 ways. The number 1 way is your typical bobber setup, like this and all that. That's number one. And number two is this. This is called a spinning glow. So what you're gonna need is your sliding weight swivels right here. So this is the first thing that you put on your main line on your pole. After this slides up, this thing's job is to clip your weight on it, and then your weight is gonna be down on the water at the bottom of the creek, and then you connect your barrel swivel to your main line. So what's gonna happen is, while this thing is connected to here, this part is gonna go down, and then this spinning glow is basically gonna go up like this on the current. Basically, the wings of this is gonna be fanning the scent of your bait. And with that being said, this is not a typical knot that you use. This is called an egg knot loop. So either you could buy them. We call this cheater rigs. The bait shack over there at Ship Creek. I love those guys. Shout outs to Bait Shack. Yeah, they sell these already in a whole set. Everything that you need for your line, for your pole, is ready to go. So if you're an OG and you know how to do egg knot loops, good for you. You can save a lot of money. But for me, I don't know how to do knots that well, so I just buy the cheater rigs. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But so what happens is, if I push this thing down, I'm gonna show you guys. And see, wait, let me zoom out real quick. If I push the line, watch. If I push the line, there you go. You guys see that? The knot comes up, and then this is where you tie down your eggs, and then, or your whatever bait you have, but usually it's just salmon eggs. And then after that, close it down, and then what's gonna happen is, when you cast it, this part with the weight drops down, this full extends, spins, and then the scent of your bait just basically gets flown out over there, and then hope for the best. That's why you always gotta pay attention. But yeah, I'm gonna show it to you guys once I put this on the pole, okay? All right, see, now this one's ready to go. So on this pole, I'm running a 50-pound test. What do you call this? Mono. But this is a weird. I'm just trying it out because I've never seen this type of line before. I want to try it out. And then the leader, this one right here, a 30-pound test mono. More than enough, to be honest. I mean, I've heard back in the 90s they would catch like 60-pound kings and all that, but that's like a fever dream at this point, you know. But back to the ball game. Like I said earlier, your main line swivel, your weight swivel, and then barrel swivel right there, connected to your lead, your beads, and then spinning glow, bait, easy. That's it. So we're gonna go rack it up, everything in there, and then I'm gonna go say bye to the wifey, and then we're gonna head to the creek. All right, so we're ready to go. I got my last year's derby jacket. Bro, the Bait Shack, I get it, it's all fish shit, but the quality of their jackets are actually fucking good. I actually wear this like even when I'm not fishing. It's just really good. It's like, it's thick. It's not even expensive. I think it's like $40. Like usually jackets with this, it's probably like 80, like 100, like 80 to $100. But they sell it for like 30 or 40, I think. I forgot. But anyways, we're ready to go. I got my jacket ready. I got my OG Bait Shack shit. If you know, you know. This is the hook of where I caught my first king salmon ever. That's the hook right there. Bait Shack rep. And here's how the car's looking. Not bad, right? Not fucking bad. Yeah, I wish I could bring my son, but he's only like 1.5, almost 2 soon. But now we're gonna head to Ship Creek. And yeah, I pray for safe driving, and I pray for a fish and a good time. So we're off, and I'll see you guys at the creek. we're gonna get our shit. If ever you guys decide that you guys want to try fishing here in Alaska or Ship Creek, you guys gotta look up the regulations. Number one, so you guys are aware which ones are in season, and you gotta know where you're fishing at and what you're fishing for. And also, if you want to fish for king salmon, don't forget, it's not enough when you guys get your fishing license. You guys also gotta get a king tag. King tags. So the more you know. Now I got my backpack ready. I'm gonna leave the rest here because we're gonna be back later on anyways. I'm just gonna bring the essentials for now. I got my wallet, I got my doobie, got my phone, wallet, keys, my stogies. The bait's gonna stay here. We're gonna go grab our fly pole. I'm not gonna bring any other stuff just because if this thing gets snagged, I have to cut it. That's fine. I'm here to relax, I'm here to worry about anything else. Alright, so we're parked underneath the bridge. Whoa, crazy, right? Alright, let's go. We're just looking right now, good spot to go flossing. But if you guys are not aware, Ship Creek is actually one of the fastest tide shifting waters, or probably in the country. Like the best fishing time here is 2 hours before and 2 hours after the high tide or the peak tide. So y'all can see, look, it's all muddy, all muddy. Look, all muddy. This is all mud, all mud. The high tide peaks at 7 o'clock. It's currently 4, so it's gonna look for a decent spot to go in. And yeah, we'll start hooking from there. All right, we found a spot. We're gonna be fishing around this area. That's gonna be our spot, but it's still low tide. But a lot of people. Look, remember when I said the tide, the water here switches so quickly? This is like an hour. An hour after we got here. All the mud is already underwater. Bobbers are down. Time for us to switch rigs. We got the line on in the water now. Bait's in. Stuff right there in trash. Alright, now we do the waiting game. We already got 2 people catching this area, so looking good. Wish me luck. So back in the whip. We're gonna head home. It's what time is it? It's 8:18 p.m. already. Water came down quick. A lot of fish got caught, but majority of them unfortunately were snags, you know, so to each their own. But I was using bait, so you know, the people like that were around me were flossing, and a lot of shit that they caught was just fucking snags. Like I could see them. But oh well, day number 2, 0 again. So maybe day number 3 we get lucky. So I'm gonna head home, and if you watch all the way to this part of the video, thank you. Hopefully we get one this year, and I'll be guaranteeing once king salmon season ends, Campbell Creek will open up, and if the season for silvers for cohos are as good, or is as good as the what do you call this, the season for kings right now, it's gonna be a good fucking silver season year. All right, y'all, we're home. We got skunked today, but I got home. It's cold as hell over there at the creek, but guess what? When I got home, there's Oh my goodness. If you know, you know. We got lumpia over here. My wife she made lumpia and it's a cold day, so she made sopas. Mmm. Either way, no fish, but at the end of the day, I got very good hot food when I got home, so I still won. So I'll see you later then. Good night. Mmm. What? Mmm.